Hiya, it's LindaLee, and I am going to start a new journal, and it's going to be a traveler's journal, and I believe that I'm going to try and do it in a carpetbagger type style. I want to bring in some textiles into it, and as long as I have the right fabrics, that's what my goal is. But right now, what I'm doing is I'm kind of going to hunt and gather through my stashes. I got scraps and all kinds of stuff. And what I traditionally do is I start with an empty box, and everything that I kind of collect that I'm potentially going to use in the journal, I throw in the box. So when I gather everything up, because I need my workspace for something different for a period of time, I just throw it back in the box, and then I can spread it all out when I'm ready to play with it all again. So I did have a couple things in the box already. These are just a couple of tags that I had on my desk. So they're just oversized tags. This is some packaging that I had from some washi stickers that I had gotten. So these here are just the packaging from those stickers, so I can potentially make journaling tags or just regular tags out of those. I was at the dollar store today, and my primary color is going to be indigo purple. So I bought the sachets, because what I do is I take the sachet out of the envelope, and then I slice this open, so it's like a mini page, so when I stick it in the book. Now the back isn't very ornamental or anything, but at the same time I really like this, and I like it's a different size and it's got some color, so I like to put the sachet bags in my journals. I don't know where I got these from, but I've got a couple of little rectangle doilies. They're paper, so there's two of them here. While I was at the dollar store, there were some purple stickers, so I have some potential labels that I can use on, my pages or tags. But it's a good color. It's not quite the indigo purple. Indigo purple, as far as I understand, is a little bit deeper, but it can't be all the same shade of purple, or it would be pretty boring. I have a stamp. This is from Namibia. I have a friend, Claudia, that's out there that we swap stuff occasionally. So I have one of the stamps, but I have some really cool international stamps that I'm going to gather. This little piece here has been floating around my desk. I think I'm going to use it. It's a little like wallet card. Well, it's really just a little journaling space. And it's got this cute little button thing that kind of holds the edge underneath. This was made by Betty Culkins, Kelly Snow, which heads up the group that I'm a member of, Junk Journal Junkies, etc. That's her mom, Betty. So she had sent this to me in Iraq a while back ago, and I keep it on my desk because I want to make some of these, but I think I'm actually going to use this one in this journal too, because the greens go really good with the purple. In our group, we have what's called the dynamic die cutters, and let me find something here. These are two of the dies that I just got not too long ago. Actually, let me use this polka dot so you can see the other. And I'm going to incorporate these in the journal somewhere. Isn't that cute? Those little die cuts. And then this envelope is one of the ones that I made in a previous video using the We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board. So I'm just kind of keeping these in the fold to protect them because they're a little bit delicate and I don't want them to get hurt until I get them down on a page. So I'm just have them in the fold. But I'll probably use this envelope too, because the indigo purple will go pretty with all that. Alright, so to explain what a carpetbagger is, After the Civil War, from what I recall, the Carpetbaggers were a group of people that were traveling, or actually it pertained to just travelers who were from the north traveling to the south to profit from the reconstruction of the South after the Civil War. And they were called carpetbaggers because their luggage looked like carpet bags. You know, that's what they were called. It was a derogatory term, actually. And so that's kind of what I want this outside of this journal to look like. The inside, though, is what we're going to be looking at today. So I have a couple of Ziplocs of papers I'm going to go through. They have scraps and just cut off pieces. I have this 8x8 ledger piece. So I've got some maps in here and 8x8 ledger papers. Now everything, excuse me, oh my goodness, everything that I pull, it doesn't mean that I'm necessarily going to use it, but I like having them at the ready instead of, wow, everything that's right on the top. Everything that I potentially would use rather than going back and hunting through stuff. And then after I'm done, the pieces either go into my scrap box, or if I didn't use them at all, then I kind of put them back where they belong so I can find them next time. But this travel memories, I think there's, now the box isn't necessarily big enough for everything, but it's going to be big enough. So, trip ticket, that's good. This particular pad, what is it? Is maps, text, and ledgers. So it's got little bits of, so like this is a road trip. This is a little packing checklist. I'm not sure what this is. It's some kind of date punch card. Trip information. So yeah, so I can cut those out and make different little ephemeras. And then this one here that I already threw in the box is basically the same type of things. Little bits that can be journaled on. So, and then I have no idea what kind of travel it's going to be, so I'm just going to make it kind of worldly and include a lot of vintage stuff. What's this one? The British Isles. So the girl that I'm making this for is somebody that I met through YouTube. Her name is Jewel, and this is going to be for her. And her only request, really, guidelines was, was the travel journal, the vintage travel journal. So I'm putting my creative twist on whatever it is that I find. I have some scraps here, some little scraps and some big scraps. So I know I have like some postcard stuff in one of these, and maybe even some, I think the easiest thing is just going to be to take it all out. And then I'll clean up the mess after we end the video. But this is just kind of, starting a journal. It's messy. It's a matter of finding bits and pieces, and so this stuff, this text, I kind of have another spot that I usually put it in. This is an offcut from some kind of collage stuff I did. These are offcuts. I might be able to make a little pad or something with those. just plain. So while I'm kind of planning for this journal, I don't know where I'm going with that, but anyway, I got some dots on that paper. Maybe I'll keep it. This is just kind of part of the process. Finding stuff that you've already used, you haven't thrown it away because you can potentially use it for something else. You know, and part of the work is already done for you. So here's some coffee paper. And this is from my drawing pad. I like this right here. I'll probably put some book pages in there, but we'll wait till the time comes because I have to look and read the pages. You got to be careful with your book pages. If you've been watching, I think I've given you a heads up that you really have to read because you don't want to offend somebody. I was reading a page today that I was going to use because I made some stamp ephemera type stuff, and yeah, I was really surprised that was on some of the ledger paper itself, or the book pages I should say. Oh, so here is some file folder pieces. This is in the big bag. It should be in the small bag. All right, we're going to put this in the small bag. So, this is some Edith Holden pages. I think somebody gave me these in a swap, or either a swap or a rack. The pages are cool, but I don't know if I want to use it in the travel. Well, these are all offcuts too, so probably have too many of those, but I can always put them back. Here is a coffee filter. More book pages. Oh, these are already cut. That's one thing that I'm going to do too before the video is over, is look at size-wise what I want. Because I want to do the Carpetbagger for the cover, I'm going to be sewing, so I want to use a cereal box instead of a hardcover book, so that the sewing machine will actually go all the way through it. Oh, I got all kinds of pages that are already... Need to give them a little bit more distressing, but those will work. Christmas. All right, so that is the large Ziploc bag. I'm just gonna put these all back in the bag real quick, and then we'll go through the little Ziploc bag because there's going to be some ephemera pieces that I can use there. So that's what I do. My scraps, I have a big bag and a little bag. These are for a lot of the scraps. but I also have a box that you're going to see in a minute. Let's look through this one first before I bring out the box. It's actually right here on my table. You just can't see it. There's a word. So, yeah. These came out of larger designer paper pages, and I just haven't used them, but they found their way into here, so I'll probably try and use them. This was from a paint swatch. I don't think it will fit into the design of what I'm doing for this one, so I'm not going to use it. Oh, some of my how'd that get in there? These here are really cute little envelopes that you can make from your scraps. So, and it just we make it look like a little envelope. We just fold those in and fold that down, and this can be either glued onto a page or just tucked into a pocket. But yeah, one way to use your scraps. Different design than what I want to use. Wrong colors. No. So, I don't know about these little pieces, but I think these will throw in the box for now. I can always put them back. These are like little tags and book plates that can be glued onto cardstock. So I just fussy cut those. It's pretty good. I don't know what that is. There's a lot of these. I don't know what they're from. I don't remember. Keys. We want keys. Numbers and text. Those are good. Now, I don't know how old Scrabble is as far as a game, but I don't think it will fall into vintage, or will it? I have to look that up. I know I can distress this. I guess I'll put it in there for now. I don't have very much purple. Here's the postcard. No camo. So some of this stuff is kind of specific, you know, so I can't use it. Wrong colors. Again, colors. That must be more coffee related. Alright, so kind of a label. then you, these are cool. It's left over from another project. Okay, so that's it for this pile. We'll put these little cards in here. All right. So now I'm going to go through. I have a larger box that's right here, and oh, forgot to put this in there. I made some book page covered buttons with this stationery. They turned out really cute. They're gonna get listed in my Etsy probably this holiday weekend. But this right here is where most of my scraps are. Mostly offcuts, so they're, you know, definitely usable sizes. But I do know I have some larger coffee type papers that are in here, so I definitely wanted to grab those. I think this is cool. What's this? Alright, so I got the rectangle ones. I don't think I want to use round ones too. Paper bag. Postcard stuff is good. These are for photo albums, but it's kind of a modern design, so I'm not going to use that. These are pretty dark. I know you can't really see this box, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time with it, but I do know that I have some of the 8x8 stuff in here, I think. Book page. Oh, some pieces of the paper that I made. If you guys haven't looked, I have a paper making video. It says how to and not to make paper. This is all that I really was able to salvage from the whole process. So they're just pieces, so I'll use them to, you know, do some embellishing. Wrong color purple to be the primary color, but you'll have to watch the video to kind of get the joke, I guess. Well, these are kind of cool. Where'd they? Oh, I just lost them. Where'd they go? So when I do my watercolors, I trim the watercolor paper so that it will fit in my pot. But I could make like rolls of film type of thing with these. Yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3. I think there's 4. I'll take a few of those. Yeah, that's an idea. There's a couple of map pages. Purple polka dots. Not quite, but oh, here's some little pages I can do some coffee staining too. I'll just put them all in here. Maybe so I think that's going to be enough for these boxes for now. I can always come back to them as I start to really specifically create. I just wanted to get some papers so that I could see kind of, what's this? The Merides. I don't know where that is. That's paper that I got in a swap. Okay, I'll take a closer look at that. Let's see what it really is. It's some kind of map. All right, so now what I need to look at is, because I want it to be a softer cover, I brought over all my boxes. So these are cereal boxes, cracker boxes, all kinds of boxes. So if I don't have something that's already the right size, what I'll do is I'll just cut something and make it the right size. I want it to be a little bit smaller than like a folded piece of copy paper. So this right here is a copy paper. If we fold it in half, that's about the size I want. With about maybe a 1 3/4 inch spine. So this is definitely big, but if I can't find something, I can use something this size to cut it down. So this is about the right size spine, maybe a little big. So I can always trim this box down. But let's see if there's something that matches a little better. Cupcake box. This could be the ticket. Look at that. I wouldn't even have to cut it. It can be a little oversized. And it's a little bit a good size cardboard. And this will get reinforced by what I put on it. And then my sewing machine will be able to handle sewing through it and some fabric. So I think this is going to be our box right here. Holiday cupcakes. I think that's it. I might just have to beef this up a little bit so that it'll be a little more sturdy to support. I'm going to do 2 signatures. Yeah, oh, it looks like I started to prepare it for something else at one time. So I already got another piece of cardboard that I can glue in here. How about that? I like that. I want to make a whole series of little journals. So these here, my guy eats these on his lunch every day. But isn't that a cute little size? So let's see, do I have any of these trimmed down already? Yes, right here. Isn't that a cute little size? So I'm going to probably make a series using these little boxes. They'll still probably have maybe 2 little signatures or so. Maybe 3. Maybe 3. But that's another day. We're working on our carpetbaggers. So I think that we're going to end this video here for now. I need to go through my fabrics. I don't think I'm going to take you on that video because I don't know. It's a lot of fabric I have to go through to see if I have something appropriate for carpetbaggers. If not, we'll just do, you know, the vintage travel and, you know, do it up with papers and, you know, work it out. There's always something that we can do. So, we got to start. Yay! Thanks for hanging out, and you can kind of, now you know a little bit of my process going through pulling stuff. So the hunting and gathering of it all. I got to do this project again with some darker purple and hopefully more successful. That's my homemade paper. So maybe I'll do that in my next video. I don't know. We shall see. All right. Have a great evening, and thanks for hanging out. I'll talk to you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye-bye.